Richard is 78 years old, retired electrician in Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. Bought his house in 1982 for $63,000. Paid it off in 2004. Thought he was done writing big checks for that house. Last November, Richard's property tax bill came in at $5,800. That's $483 a month, just to keep living in a house he's owned free and clear for 22 years. His Social Security check is $2,100. After property taxes, Medicare Part B, and his Medigap premium, he has about $800 left for everything else: food, gas, medicine, repairs. Richard told his daughter, "I might have to sell the house. Not because I can't afford the house, because I can't afford the tax on the house." Then on April 22, 2026, Pennsylvania State Senator Doug Mastriano introduced the Sam Worley Elderly Tax Relief Act. If it passes, Richard would pay zero property taxes. Not reduced, not frozen, zero. And Pennsylvania isn't alone. Right now, 13 states across America are actively proposing or voting on legislation to eliminate property taxes, in whole or in part. 7 of those states have brand new relief specifically for seniors taking effect in 2026 or heading to voters on the 2026 ballot. This video breaks down every one of those states, who qualifies, how much you'd save, and what you need to do right now to make sure you don't miss the deadline if your state is on this list. I'm Joshua with Senior Benefits Decoded. I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a lobbyist. I'm a researcher who tracks these bills so you don't have to. Every number in this video comes from official state legislatures, the Tax Foundation, Kiplinger, and the bills themselves. Links in the description. If you own a home and you're over 60, subscribe right now, because what's happening in these 13 states could spread to yours. Let's get into it. First, why is this happening now? Property taxes have always been unpopular, but something broke in 2024 and 2025. Home values skyrocketed. The median U.S. home price passed $400,000 according to Zillow. When assessed values go up, property tax bills go up, even if the tax rate stays the same. Meanwhile, Social Security's 2026 cost of living adjustment was 2.8%. That adds maybe $50 to $70 a month to the average check. But property tax bills in many counties jumped 10 to 20% in a single year. Seniors are falling behind. They're house rich and cash poor, sitting on equity they can't eat, paying taxes they can't afford. The result is what the Tax Foundation is calling a property tax revolt. 13 states have active legislation to eliminate or dramatically reduce property taxes. Some are targeting seniors specifically. Some are going after all homeowners, and several are heading to the ballot in November 2026, meaning voters will decide. Let me walk you through the states that matter most for seniors. State number 1, Pennsylvania. The Sam Worley Elderly Tax Relief Act, introduced April 22, 2026 by Senator Doug Mastriano. Named after a World War II veteran who paid property taxes into his 100th year of life. Who qualifies? Homeowners 75 years of age or older, who have lived in Pennsylvania for at least 10 consecutive years, and have owned and occupied their home for at least 10 consecutive years. What you get: a full exemption from school, county, and municipal property taxes on your primary residence. Not a reduction. Complete elimination. Surviving spouses can continue receiving the exemption regardless of age as long as they continue living in the home. The bill includes annual eligibility verification and penalties for fraudulent claims. This is not passed yet. It's in the co-sponsorship phase. But it has bipartisan appeal and strong public support. If you live in Pennsylvania and you're over 75, contact your state senator and tell them you support this bill. State number 2, New Jersey. Stay NJ makes its first payout in early 2026. Who qualifies? Homeowners 65 and older who have owned their home for at least 12 months. Household income must be $500,000 or less. What you get: up to $6,500 in property tax savings. This stacks with the Anchor program, which gives rebates up to $1,750, and the Senior Freeze program that locks your tax bill at a base year amount. A married couple in New Jersey who qualifies for all three programs could save over $8,000 per year on property taxes. That's real money. State number 3, New York. Governor Kathy Hochul signed a bill raising the senior citizen homeowners exemption from 50% to 65%. Who qualifies? Homeowners 65 and older. Income limits vary by locality. The property must be your primary residence. What you get? Up to 65% reduction in assessed value for property tax purposes. The average savings is about $300 per year, but in high-tax counties like Westchester or Nassau, it could be significantly more. Important: local jurisdictions decide whether to adopt the higher rate. Call your county assessor and ask if they've opted in. State number 4, Florida. Governor DeSantis has called for full elimination of property taxes for homestead properties. H.J.R. 203 would eliminate property taxes on primary residences starting January 1, 2027, if voters approve it on the November 2026 ballot with 60% support. Even without full elimination, Florida already offers seniors 65 and older with income under $37,000 an additional $50,000 exemption. And long-term residents 65 and older who've lived in their home for 25 years or more can get up to $250,000 in exemptions from non-school taxes. State number 5, Texas. Governor Abbott's 5-point plan proposes eliminating school district property taxes entirely. Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick proposes raising the homestead exemption to $180,000 and lowering the senior eligibility age from 65 to 55. Currently, Texas seniors 65 and older get up to $60,000 in additional exemptions on top of the standard $140,000 homestead exemption. School taxes are frozen the year you turn 65. The election is November 3, 2026. Texas property tax rules could change dramatically depending on who wins. State number 6, Ohio. A new law provides $2 billion in property tax savings over 3 years starting in 2026. The owner-occupancy credit increases from 12.5% to 15.38% by 2029. School district tax hikes are limited, and seniors 65 and older with income under $40,000 already get a $29,000 homestead exemption. A grassroots group, Citizens for Property Tax Reform, is pushing a constitutional amendment to abolish property taxes entirely on the 2026 ballot. State number 7, Montana. The new homestead tax system takes effect in 2026, with tiered rates ranging from 0.76% to 1.10%, down from a flat 1.35%. The average projected property tax bill for 2026 is expected to be 18% lower than 2024. Seniors 62 and older with income under $45,000 also get a refundable credit worth up to $1,150. And the remaining 6 states with active elimination proposals. Illinois is proposing zero property tax after 30 years of payments. Indiana's HB 1288 proposes full phase-out by 2028, funded by expanded sales tax. Kansas has a Freedom from Taxes fund modeled after Norway's Sovereign Wealth Fund. Michigan's Speaker proposes eliminating the 6 mil education tax, roughly $4 billion. Nebraska's EPIC option would eliminate property, income, and inheritance taxes with a consumption tax. And North Dakota's governor proposes expanding the primary residence credit from $500 to $1,550, growing annually until property taxes effectively disappear. Oklahoma's Ad Valorem Reform Act proposes immediate elimination for homeowners 65 and older who own their home outright. South Dakota has a ballot initiative for a 50% homeowner cut. And Wyoming has a ballot measure for 50% reduction certified for November 2026. Here's your action checklist. Step 1. Check if your state is on this list. Pennsylvania, New Jersey, New York, Florida, Texas, Ohio, Montana, Illinois, Indiana, Kansas, Michigan, Nebraska, North Dakota, Oklahoma, South Dakota, or Wyoming. If yes, find the specific bill number and track its progress. Step 2. If your state has a ballot measure in November 2026, register to vote now if you haven't. These measures only pass if people show up. Step 3. Regardless of new legislation, file for every existing senior property tax exemption you qualify for today. Don't wait for new laws. The current programs are leaving billions on the table. Step 4. If you're in Pennsylvania and over 75, call your state senator's office this week and ask them to co-sponsor the Sam Worley Act. The bill number is not yet assigned. Reference Senator Mastriano's April 22nd announcement. Step 5. Check your county assessor's website for application deadlines. Many spring deadlines are approaching right now. Don't miss them waiting for future legislation that may or may not pass. Next week, I'm covering the new banking law that lets your bank freeze your account if they suspect a scam, and how it could protect you from losing your life savings in 60 seconds. Hit subscribe. Drop a comment. What state are you in and how much are you paying in property taxes? I read every one. I'm Joshua. This is Senior Benefits Decoded. I'll see you in the next one.